Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over all NBA games for Saturday, February 20th, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think is going to win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you're going to have to join my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We have the Warriors and the Hornets, Heat and the Lakers, Kings, Bulls, Suns, Grizzlies, Wizards, Blazers, and these two games are postponed. All right. Warriors and the Hornets. So 63 date numerology on the Gregorian, 43 date numerology on the Gregorian. 43 sums to 59, 63 sums to 157, or excuse me, 153, excuse me. Warriors coach can get his 153rd regular season loss as Warriors become 5-9 on the road with the loss like 59. 43, 63, 63, 153, 43 sums to 59. However, with that being said, 43 is the 14th prime number, and instead of the Hornets getting their 14th win for the season, Warriors can sit on 14 losses for the season in their 14th away game with the win. They would get their 17th win for the season and Hornets' 17th home game. A little home away trickery. Crisscross. But it is the 8th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew Civil, like 86, and the Hornets coach can get his 86th regular season win for his career, and then the 59 and the 153 would play out with the Hornets 14. So, just a jump start here for you guys to give an idea of what you're looking at. You know, it is the 31st Warriors game of the season. They can get their 31st all-time head-to-head loss or their 31st all-time head-to-head win. Goes either way. That doesn't help much. Hornets can get their 16th loss for the season in the 61st all-time head-to-head game. 16, 61, reflections of each other. You know, there might be a little bit of something there. You know, it does have 101 date numerology on the Hebrew religious, and the Hornets coach can get his 101st regular season loss as a coach for the Hornets instead of getting his 86th regular season win. So that can go either way. All right, let's look at the Heat and the Lakers. It's the Heat's 30th game of the season. They can get their 30th all-time head-to-head win against the Lakers. 27 date numerology on the Gregorian. With the win, Lakers would sit on 27 regular season losses against the Heat as their coach sits on 27 losses regular season as a coach for the Lakers. Today does have 9 date numerology on the Gregorian. Lakers can get their 23rd win for the season, the 9th prime number. Or they can get their 9th loss for the season as they sit on 9 home wins for the season. Let's see, what else? 12, 18, 13, 17. I don't think that's anything, is it? 13, 17? No. 42, 31, the 11th prime. Guess they get their 11th away loss. Lakers can get their 10th home win for the season as they become 1-0 head-to-head against the Heat, like 10. Or I guess the Heat can sit on 10 losses with a win as they become 1-0 head-to-head against the Lakers, like 10. Lakers could sit on their 29th all-time head-to-head loss against the Heat. 29 is the 10th prime number as they get their 10th home win and become 1-0 head-to-head against the Heat. So that might be a thing. We'll just have to keep looking. I'm just going to kind of scroll through these. Kings versus the Bulls. That's right, I haven't finished doing these yet. Kind of making the video ahead of time. So I guess Kings and the Bulls. Let's see what we have here. So these teams' records are identical. Either one of them is going to go 13-16 or 12-17. 13-16, 12-17. It's both their 29th game. Kings have already won a game head-to-head against the Bulls, so Bulls can even the score like an 11 with the win. And it's the 11th game for the Kings on the road. Kings are on a 5-game losing streak. They can get their 6th loss in a row. Bulls, same record, 6-9, 5-10. With it being the 8th day of the 6th month, like 86. Bulls could sit on 86 all-time head-to-head wins against the Kings. Although it does have 43 date numerology on the Gregorian, and the Kings coach would sit on 43 regular season wins as a coach for the Kings. It's his 101st game as a coach for the Kings, Hebrew religious, 101 date numerology. 82, 82, 83, 81. I think I'm just really tired, so my brain's not functioning. That's the trouble about doing these videos at the end of the day. Sometimes just my brain's already not functioning, so I kind of miss things, and then I'll just pick it up the next day when I look over it again as I type them up. 87, 139, 58, 158. Oh no, this is the 16th. 256. 256 has a square root of 16. So the Bulls coach can get his 256 regular season win, which has a square root of 16, as the Bulls sit on 16 losses for the season with a win. So that might be a potential thing as well. And then they would get their 6th home win for the season, as Kings get their 6th loss on the road, as well as their 6th loss in a row. Potential there. Suns versus Grizzlies. So I have nothing marked here because I haven't got to it yet. So let's just kind of look over it. Suns 1910, 1811, 9586. So that's the Hebrew right there. 9586. 8th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew, like 86. Day with 95, date numerology. 9586. Either one doesn't help. Grizzlies 2-0. Suns can even the score. 12. Grizzlies could get their 14th win for the season. Today does have 43 date numerology on the Gregorian, the 14th prime number. Today is the 51st day of the year. Grizzlies coach can sit on 51 regular season losses. I think I'm using an extra dark. Oops. Too dark. $39, $59, $43 sums to 59. So this could be a 43 thing, maybe, potentially. 43 the 14th prime, 43 sums to 59. 1811, 26, 20. I just know most of the times the team will tie it head-to-head, 1-1. Not all the time, but most of the time. It is the 14th away game for the Suns. Maybe their 60th. The thing here, though, Grizzlies, if they become 13-13 for a record on the season, it's their 99th. It's the Grizzlies coach's 99th regular season game, and they become 13-13 for a season record as they get their 9th home loss. Today does have 9 date numerology, but 13 sums to 99. So that might be a valid thing. 13-13. 13 sums to 99. The coach's 99th game. They would also get their 9th home loss. Today does have just 9 date numerology on the Gregorian. Grizzlies' 15th home game, he would sit on 47 wins, 47 the 15th prime. So that's a possibility too. For the Suns coach, 53, 16th prime. Something going on with 19. What would go on with 19? Oh, I'm a dummy. It would connect to the Hebrew. 19 sums to 86. Today is the 8th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew. They would get their 19th win, and then they would go 9-5 or 8-6, but they would represent both numbers now if they did win. 19 sums to 86, 8th day of the 6th month, and they become 9-5 on the road. 8-6, 9-5, 19 sums to 86. That's pretty interesting if it goes down. We'll see if it goes down. And then I guess you can also add, they would become 19-10, like 191. 191 is the 43rd prime number, 43 date numerology on the Gregorian, so they can hit both calendars. Interestingly enough, potentially. Wizards and Trailblazers. Let's look at this game here. First thing I noticed is the 9. I do know it's 9 date numerology on the Gregorian. Wizards can also get their 9th away loss, so they can sit on 9 wins, get their 9th away loss. Trailblazers would get their 9th home win. And I guess we can just do the same thing with Blazers too as we did with the Suns. They would get their 19th win, which connects to the Hebrew. Or the 191, the 43rd prime number, 43 date numerology on the Gregorian. If Blazers get their 7th win in a row for the season, 7 sums to 20. And Blazers would go 2-0 head-to-head against Wizards. They'd sweep them like 20 as they get their 7th win in a row. I just caught that. Although, I am going to mark this. Blazers could get their 11th loss for the season as Wizards tie 1-1 head-to-head against like an 11. And I'm also going to mark this light blue, the 117th all-time. Wizards can become 10-17 for a record. So that looks kind of interesting. Although today does have 158 date numerology on the Hebrew religious. Wizards coach would sit on 158 regular season wins as a coach for Wizards with a loss. And then, yeah. Of course, they can go 8-6 at home, like 86. But again, it would just be like the Suns. So this scenario is identical to the Suns, potentially. Maybe neither of them play out, or maybe both of them play out. But I do like the 9s that are associated with it, the 9, the 9, the 9. But you have this 10-17, 117. I've seen something like this hit before already. It was the team, I forget who it was, but it was their 118th all-time head-to-head. And the team became 11-18 with the loss or a win, like 1-1-1-8. So this could very well be the same thing. And then you can throw in the 11, and they tie the series 1-1. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna call it on this one. Hopefully this is enough to get you started at the very least. And then I wish you guys the best of luck. Thanks, guys.